Hello, thank you very much for being here, and this is Iron Man. Ta-da! I really want to go through the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, from Iron Man all the way to the Avengers Endgame, and I'm not going to be doing them in order, but it's been such a long time since I've seen Iron Man 1, and it was really the first movie that got me into hero movies. I know, that was like 2008. That was a long time ago, 12 years ago at least, if it was 2008. Actually, let me look that up right now. Iron Man 1 IMDb. 2008. So, and I wasn't really in the best of places in my life when I was in 2000, about 2008, 2009, maybe 2000, up to 2011 maybe. And I was very much of a loner. And when Iron Man hit the screens, I really captivated it. Something about Iron Man I identified with, and I'm really grateful for that. Many people across the world have identified with Iron Man, especially in the later movies. But I used to fantasize about Iron Man. I used to think about, like, well, if I was this, if I was that. I started planning my world around it. It really helped me anchor onto something that I could be more productive in. I wasn't really acting the way that I should have been, and I was so withdrawn from life, from society, from people, from work, from business, school, everything. I was so withdrawn, and Iron Man gave me an anchor for my mind. It gave me something to latch onto, and reliving those experiences is something that I'm going to be enjoying. I made these silly little. Looking back on it, they weren't silly at the time, but looking back on it, I'm grateful that I did it. But they were silly. I created these characters, and as for an example, Druid and Monk of the Iron Bat. That's something that I created with the help of my father. I'm very grateful for that when I was going through those moments, the down moments, and it helped me identify with a character. And Druid and Monk of the Iron Bat, each of those words has a specific meaning and a character and reason for even why they were in that order and stuff. And man, Iron Man really just launched a wave of me caring. That's something I haven't shared with somebody in a while. But yeah, it really did help me care about things. And someone who is so amazing, at least on the surface, who has had a revelation and wants to do good. There's no words I can really. It's just, you know what that feeling is? It's like you have no words for it, but you know it's there. That's that feeling. I'd have no idea how to communicate that into a word. So the best thing to do is probably just to get started. So let's get started on this one. All the pages flipping. I wonder if that's the first time they ever did that one trailer opening. Why is there an arrow on the driver's seat? It looks like Air Force. Yeah, that's definitely Air Force. It's like they have army hats, but the Air Force uniform. Oh no! Or is it? Okay. Yeah, they have. Oh, that sucks. Oh. Throw it on your MySpace page. That you know how outdated this movie is if MySpace has been mentioned. I know soldiers are dying here, but that is. It's like, I got this. Open door, instant death. Like, I'm sorry. Iron Man and Batman I really like because they both have contingency plans for things. It really proves, like, it really shows how much of a contingency planner he is. I'm curious why they changed actors for his father. Wants to save the world by killing it. Pew! Why would he take a photo like that? Aww. He's always working. He is working all right. I love the dynamic. I love how you make him the unlucky guy and Tony Stark the lucky guy, and it's simply because of their attitude. Pick up attempt number one. Bam! Pick up attempt number two. He nailed it. They're going at it like jackrabbits, cougars, Death Eaters. I don't know. How does it know that? Is it like an electrical pulse that your body sends? Is it thumbprint recognized? Including taking out the trash. Will that be all? Pepper Potts is a beast! Pepper Potts is like the woman you would want to have on your team. The woman you would want to have on your team. Good job on Pepper Potts. A security guard that can keep up with Tony. He's definitely a keeper. He even has the bottle in his hand. I did notice that the first time. I want people to be so afraid of how much they love me. Michael Scott.
I want people to be afraid of how much they love me.
Oh, you even see him put him in. Oh, that's deep. That was like that long. This is a horror scene, and I love it because it's such a visceral, real situation. No one says no to me. No one. Again, his brain should already be thinking, like he's already memorizing. Because he makes a plan and a map for how to get on the outside, so he's already in the back of his mind, like absorbing all this information. If Tony Stark's company has not been double dealing under the table, giving the weapons to the actual terrorists, where would the moral story be? Instead of him trying to shut down the weapons manufacturer, I don't know. I'd love to see where that goes. This is a very important week for you, isn't it? And there's his eyes, there's his focus. This is the rustic type of background origin story I want to see in every single character. I really do. It's like if you were born of high tech, if you were born in a mystical magic, going into a place where you have to learn the bare roots, the basics, in a very real way. I love that. Again, you can go as far out as possible, but if you have that grounding at the beginning, it really does help the future of where you go. So I'm really grateful for that. Now, why was his brain thinking to first fix here? Why did he first think, well, an arc reactor would be a good idea? Oh, it would be great. It would be great if the video cameras were actually kind of like flickering in and out, static-wise or something, because of how much power it was drawing from. Again, his level of thought process and like, well, we got to do this, we got to do that, we got to do this, we got to do that. You line them all up, you push them together, it creates something. Why? His brain is a magnificent brain. How do you hide such material from the people who are holding you captive? Like, you would have to disguise each piece as part of the missile or part of the project, and then within like a few hours, you would be able to put it all together and then be able to suit up. How about Jericho? And they all shoot him. Or like one person in the back room just like shoots him in the leg or something. It's like, what the? I wonder if that was a real rock or did they do some like, was it movie magic? Yada 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 yada. I hate this moment. This was always the plan, man. He has always foreseen himself to sacrifice himself. He doesn't even want to kill any of them. Get in there. Y'all go. I'll be back here. How did that follow through? Boom! His entire body went through that. He's dead, regardless of what happens. The guy got punched. This right here. Oh, the CGI! It feels so fake. The scene. Oh, it felt so fake. I hate that moment in the entire episode. The entire scene. The entire show. It's the one moment in the entire show I wish would be cut, and he just ran. That. Ugh. There you go! Get out there! Fuck! Such a good moment! Oh, that's a good death scene. I hate that it happened, but if you do a death scene, they did it right there. Oh, they did it right, and it hurt. I hurt inside. Oh, I feel sad. Wait, why did he leave a place for his light to be shown? Is that just for his ego of like, hey, look at me, or what? He should have died right there. Actually, it is sci-fi. This is a sci-fi movie. This isn't this isn't supposed to be a realistic show. This is supposed to be sci-fi. Specifically this. And then it's the enemy. They came back for him. That would be hilarious. Oh, that would be so sad for Tony if that was real. How's the Humvee? Ooh, on his shoulder. Oh, his body. Don't touch his shoulders. They look so disgusting. He needs a Band-Aid. Like, he needs a whole Band-Aid for his face. It's either... No, it's not Whataburger. It's Burger King. Definitely Burger King. Oh, that's so Burger King. Look at that product placement. You know, they retconned so hard S.H.I.E.L.D. Because S.H.I.E.L.D. was already described as... I'll pause it. S.H.I.E.L.D. was already described as S.H.I.E.L.D. S-H-I-E-L-D. In like the 1980s, 1960s, 1960s, and 1980s. I don't know which one it is. And I think it was like 1950s maybe. With Captain America's girlfriend at the time. But here he's describing, which I know it's a really good way for a first movie to describe, like, we are the Strategic Homeland Intervention and Logistics Division, whatever the E stands for. And I'm not really a fan that they've established they've retconned it. But if you do retcon something, at least retcon it, at least change the history very early. So again, the first season of The Office, I thought was horrible. I don't consider it the first season. I don't like watching the first season of The Office, but I do enjoy watching season 2 all the way to season 7, or is it season 9? I think it's 9 seasons. I don't remember. No, it's 9 seasons. I've watched that entire series from 2 to 9. I cannot watch the first one. It's just, it feels so, it's not the right characters, the attitude, it's all wrong, it's just off. I don't mind if you retcon something, but you have to retcon it early. Because if you continue changing the past, each episode, each movie that comes out, it's horrible. I am glad that they actually tried to change the S.H.I.E.L.D. story as early as they did. Yeah. Because it makes this scene, man, this is a very long descriptor. I could go off on this for a little bit more, so I will. I don't like it when they retcon something. But if you retcon something, just do it early. That's all I ask. If you do retcon something, if you do want to change something that is a fundamental part of it, do it early. First or second episode, okay? This one scene, you can kind of just like throw it off and just accept it as part of the narrative of the movie rather than the whole cinematic universe. I think it's a pretty good way to introduce S.H.I.E.L.D. at the very first part of their entire franchise. Good job, Tony, for taking a stand. Your name is on the side of the company. You get to decide what goes with it. You can see his villainous anger and frustration towards him, but I gotta be a friend with you. So just a little bit longer. Let's do this. Let me do everything. You stay in the background. I'll kill you later. having seen the behind the scenes, his abs and his stomach and everything look so fake in comparison to his body after he gets up. But it looks real from right here. It's just when he steps up, he has actually toned abs and pecs. But oh my gosh, this is funny. Ew, ew! Why the sound? Oh, oh. I love that she wasn't listening to him. What's this? Yank! Like, just plug in the thing. How does she know how to push it in and twist it? I mean, he should have been the one that pushes it and twists it. I love this moment between Tony and Pepper. I really do. He was gonna make him. He was going to make him the Iron Patriot in this movie, but he said no to it. He was gonna be Iron Patriot in this movie. That is one hell of a job. You're not even getting paid. I love those goggles. They look awesome. I knew it was coming, but it's funny. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming, and it was still hilarious. That is awesome technology. That is amazing technology. I love this scene. It's like, no punishment, but here's some more pizza. Life of a mad scientist or an evil genius. Either one. The most iconic scene in the entire cinematic universe. The one that started it all. Or second one. First one was him hammering. Second one is the entire Iron Man suit coming together as a whole. The G-force on that turn. They are very smart to being able to put that thing back together. That's a skill. That requires a level of intelligence. A great level of intelligence. Stark 4? Oh, he has multiple cars. Stark 1, Stark 2, Stark 3. Oh, did Stark 3 get killed? Was that the one that got killed? No! Woo! Burn! Stanley, Stan the man. I wonder what was on his mind. Hi-yo. Kiss her, kiss her, kiss her, kiss her, kiss her, kiss her. Get in there. Why aren't you kissing her? He had such an opportunity to kiss the girl. This is the kiss the girl moment. Tony, you failed. You are going back on the guy in the cave's words to you. Don't waste your life. And you wasted it. Wasted. You messed it. You ruined it.
And you just wrecked it. You wrecked it! Bad cop, you see what I'm talking about?
Yesterday. Man, that digs deep. She is a great journalist. She really is. Feeling isolated from one of the only people you've known. Actually, the person you've known the longest. He has been there ever since he was a young. Actually, he's known Jebediah for his entire life, and then he was betrayed by him like that. He had to program that arm to do that. He had to press something. It doesn't just magically happen. He had to program that to happen. Wow. All these machines that are helping him suit up have been custom made. Let's think that for a second. All these machines have been custom made by Tony to put on something that was custom made. That is so brilliant in a way. As a younger kid, I didn't realize the brevity of the situation. I did not realize the weight of it. They are actually being murdered alive. That scene really does hit me more than I ever thought. I feel sick a little bit. Kick their ass. You. You. Oh. All of y'all. Fuck you specifically. He's all yours. years. I wonder what happened to him. Like, he at least decapitated in like 5 different ways. See? Ooh, death glare. Being able to dodge a bullet like that. Dink. Being able to dodge a shot from a tank is absolutely terrifying if you're able to do that. Just being able to stand in front of a bullet and be like, nah. Yay! F you. If Colonel Rhodes wasn't called, Iron Man probably would have, I don't know. I don't know what would have happened. Just nonchalantly calling. It's not a, it's a suit! This is one hell of a scene. You have to witness this. That sucks. If his suit didn't go off, everybody would have had to witness a person dying midair. That's free fall. Again, even though they were shooting at him, he's willing and wanting to save them. It's like it's not their fault. They were really just doing a job, and they were doing their job correctly. He was trying to be as private as possible. So how do you explain that? This giant this metal man came from the sky and flew and hit my parachute and it flew. An unfortunate training accident exercise. It's more complicated than that. Apparently it's not. And Jebediah's villainy comes out in full force. Pest control just came by. That was interesting. I was not expecting them to come by, but apparently they left a note yesterday. I just was so oblivious to it, so my fault. Oh man, it's a nice. Oh, that was a nice transition. Just the. Whoo! He's a villain. Very true. You paid us trinkets to kill a prince. Oh, the Ten Rings flag in the back. That's a great detail. That's a great detail. Miss Tess's path on being a hero. This is what it's made for. I love you, Tony. Oh, no, that's the wrong type of music. Nope, that's the wrong music too. I'm trying to like a stealth work. What is your excuse for entering the office? Do you want to not first knock and then try to make it have an excuse for it? Do you want to not have someone come in and try to distract Jebediah at any time Jebediah was to come in? What's your contingency plan, Miss Potts? Why would you not try to copy it all and then get out of there, or did it just start copying? Copy and get out. Copy and get out. He refused to pay them the amount of money to kill him. Wow. Wow. He is a cheap ass. You know, Gwyneth Paltrow, before she became retarded, actually is an amazing actress right here. He asks for the puzzle, but did he ever finish his puzzle? Did he ever make time to do his puzzle? If not, he's an evil person. That's what makes you evil, not finishing puzzles. Especially the one in the paper. I love how she's leaving. She doesn't want to be part of this conversation. Where did he come from? Was he hiding behind the couch? Was he hiding behind the curtains? He'll never find me, like in Scary Movie. What if he was just standing there in the corner and he just was not looking at him? How does... Oh, no, he would have a rough estimate of the size by looking at the... Okay, no. That technology comes... The schematics comes from the Mark I that he got from the desert. From the terrorists. That he escaped from the cave. I was so curious as to why he would have a how does he know the dimensions to pull it out? And how does he even know how it comes out? Or would he have just ripped it out? Probably would have ripped it out if he had to. I wonder if it's like a warm glow. What if it has no warmth? What if it's just a glow? I'd love to have that item. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, bleeding in the ear. Good detail. Yeah, Stark 5, so they each car has a number. Oh, come on. He can pull the books off. It would be more believable if there were no books under it that he could just pull from. But oh, the one time he came through. Good boy. One thing I don't understand is what is it powering, what is it plugging into, and how did... Actually... No, it should be the same schematics, it's just he made a newer one. Okay, with the same form factor, so it should be the same plug. Okay, there's no issue there for me. Tony! 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 Keep the skies clear. That is so awesome. Oh man, the speed at which he started accelerating at was intense. Did somebody just die? Somebody just died. That car was hit. That is intimidation factor. Oh, that guy's dead. How does he catch up to him eventually? Wait, where's Obadiah? How did he not see him on the way down? His hand should be burnt from that because it's not protected by the armor. You gotta love a classic villain that gives you exposition while you're talking, while they're fighting. How did it kill Obadiah, but it didn't kill Tony? Pepper not taking any smack from Tony. And in the original, I think the comics, he was Iron Man was portrayed as Tony Stark's bodyguard. There were a few a few alternative storylines that showed him as having a bodyguard be there, and like one story, Tony Stark actually being there and showing that he was his bodyguard because he didn't want the attention. But I really love the way that they went with this story. I love the way that Tony actually says, "I am Iron Man." Is that the night you're talking about? Yep. Yes. No, the other night that was more magical than the night that I left you at the dance. he wanted to be the superhero so bad it just Freudian slip came out. Oh, it's like he's never been the hero and he got a taste of it and now he wants more of it. He craves it. Do it. Just say it. Just say it. Say it. You know you want to say it. 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 Yay! Down, 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 down. Ba 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 ba. Yeah. Now we gotta get to the Stan Lee. Now we gotta get to the end scene. I am Iron Man. Director Fury. Woo! Yes! Oh man. You know, the first time that I watched that, I think it's like the first and maybe second or third time that I watched it. Like the first few times that I watched Iron Man, I never knew that there was an end credit scene. I didn't know that there was an end credit scene, so I never got that first little bit. But I don't know when I started watching the end credits and realizing there actually was an end credit scene. Oh man, it's it was kind of laborious to watch again, just all the way through. But it really does. They did a lot of things right. They did some things wrong after looking back, but I'm glad that they did what they did to get the show, getting the series started. You got to start somewhere, and I think they started in a pretty good place, pretty solid place. Oh man, they retconned a few things, like Phil Coulson, maybe? No, no, not Phil Coulson. They at least retconned the Shield thing. I think they retconned. I don't know if they retconned him wanting to make a weapon. They're the only way that I think is a good justification for him having the weapons on his armor is that he was already planning or has planned or in the back of the mind habitually planned for his suit to have, and it is a weapon. And that's the only way. It's like he just got motivated to go help. It's like I don't think he's ever been in the helping situation. So when that one moment when he was getting pissed off with what was going on with television, that's when he was really motivated to go like, that could have only happened. That could have only happened if he actually programmed the weapon to do that. That little shot of burst. That could, yeah. So if that's the way, if that's the only way that I'm actually going to be justifying him having it be a weapon and being able to fire that way. So, oh, I love this. It brings it's not just nostalgia for me. It's not like, oh, I used to watch that. It holds a place in my heart, my mechanical mechanical metal heart, um, of a place where I watched this because Iron Man of who he was, how he was able to do things, and his transition of being able to be a hero, him doing things, him going out there and acting, regardless, not being so internally focused and being externally focused. Um, that he doesn't just reflect on his own emotions and then he keeps reflecting, which turns you into a downward spiral. It's getting out of yourself, having something to build, having something to create, having something to work on, having something to go beyond yourself. This is the movie that really did help me get past those hurdles. And I didn't realize it at the time that it helped, but looking back, it did help. This is probably the movie, if not the movie, if not the only movie that did really get me to launch myself forward, to get out of myself and start not really helping other people, but to at least act. I want to say helping other people, but at least to act, getting outside of my head, getting out there and doing things, and at least started there. So I think it's more fulfilled, more realized today. I'm grateful for what I've gone through, so that's pretty cool. Well, that was a lot of stuff. Let's make it more happy. Oh man, this is where it all started. I'm looking forward to going through the entire, all of it, all the things, the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm not really looking forward to. Oh, cut this out, if any. Hopefully, I cut this out. One thing that I absolutely love is I am looking forward to the other movies. Black Widow, I'm not really looking forward to that movie. I'm kind of getting tired of the woke narrative of. I think Black Widow, the movie that they should have shown, is the prequel that actually made Black Widow with um, who's the Archer guy? Eagle. Dang it! What was his name? It's not Deadshot. It's not. Oh, it's not Eagle Shot. It's not Green Arrow. It's what's his name? Um, Avengers, Marvel, IMDb. Hawkeye. Hawkeye. I didn't even have to look at it as Hawkeye. When that's the movie that they should have shown, in my opinion. I think but I'm not a fan of this whole girl power having men look weak. It's like, why does it's I'm just not a fan of it. They can make a strong man and a strong woman and highlight the woman doing her job, doing her part, like Hunger Games. There's a lot of faults with Hunger Games. But one of the things that's not at fault, at least for the first two movies, for the last two movies, are part of the third book. The first two movies, I think, did a really good job highlighting and Katniss Everdeen being a very strong female role. Without her without the movie having to make men weak. They made men strong. They just focused on the strong female. And, it's just, I think it really started, like, the wokeness really of movies really started happening around Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel saying, like, old white men have no place to judge my movies. Well, I'm a white male, and I will eventually be old. And so I will not be able to judge movies from me that I enjoy. There's a lot of movies I don't enjoy that other people do. And if more people don't like a movie, it's their fault for not liking the movie. Oof. Yeah, and it's yeah. Even they made a Punisher Black Widow animated movie. I thought the movie itself was kind of over the top. I think the storyline was a bit off, but I think it showcased and highlighted Black Widow being an amazing human being. I want to know what that movie was. Let me look it up. Black Widow Punisher animated Marvel movie. Yeah. It shouldn't be just called The Punisher. That's not what it should be called. My computer is running so slow. I need to get a new one. Oh, Avengers Confidential, Black Widow, and Punisher, 2014. That movie, I think, is one of the movies they should have come out with. She's a strong lead role, and there's a strong male role. Even if you don't have any men in there, you at least make the men strong, rather than make them a joke or a yeah. It's yeah. So. But I'm probably gonna, I may watch, I may not. I gotta have my mind changed, so I'll probably watch past Avengers Endgame and watch the fourth phase of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I may not like it at all. I may like it. I'll have to give it a shot. So we'll see where that goes. But thank you very much for being a part of this. If please, yes, I was gonna edit this. No, I'm not gonna edit this. I'm just gonna keep on going. Thank you very much for being a part of this. Please hit that subscribe button for more content. If you did not like this, I thank you for being a part of this up until the very end, and you enjoy the rest of your day.